Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
I am Commander Coggins, and we are discussing, I think, something that's been on a lot of people's minds, and we just want to have a frank, honest discussion. Now, we've seen Lower Decks. What are we talking about today, Stuart?
Well, as I said, it's Trekyards. We're going to be talking about Lower Decks comedy versus the comedy of Orville.
Because people were wondering,
Yes.
and obviously this show is inspired by Orville being a success, at least by Trek fans. Undeniably great, cool, but it's just great. And some people are wondering, is it just going to be the Orville with a Trek skin, which is ironic because Orville is a sci-fi with a Star Trek with an Orville skin. But then they've done their own thing, but whatever. How would you compare the two? I think we're fans of both shows. We enjoy both shows. Only one episode in, but first reaction vibe, how would you compare the two?
Well, if I'm just comparing first episodes, I'd say very similar. We know that the humor in Orville, the pilot, was a little bit more prevalent and a little bit more Family Guy-esque, more cringy a little bit, and very fast-paced as well. I think it was like rapid-fire comic delivery. That soon went away and gave more way to storytelling with the occasional joke. Lower Decks, this pilot episode, we've only seen one episode at this point, so the pilot episode is very fast-paced, very lots of things crammed in there. I don't think it's going to quite go the way that Orville goes. It's not going to go as serious in some of its storylines with the occasional joke. This Lower Decks is going to maintain more of that constant humor vibe, and not get so serious at times. I don't think there's going to be much seriousness going on in the show.
We got the spoiler. Did I eat flesh?
Yeah. How much did I eat?
I mean,
just a little.
I think there's still gonna be some pretty dark things. There's a zombie, rage plague. It's just taken a, odd, fun Rick and Morty, Futurama, Simpsons, Family Guy slant.
Well, I've said before, it's kind of a mix of Futurama and it's Futurama, Orville, and a few other things in there. When you look at the story structure, again, I think it feels very inspired by Futurama, just because that's the same kind of, like, you could put a Star Trek skin on Futurama, and I think it'd be very similar to Lower Decks. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, well, even Leela, very good at what she does. And yeah, I mean, they're actually very interesting parallels. I mean, Futurama is a clever, character-based thing, episodic television, with strong stories that are genuinely creative, and using a world where they kind of go in from episode 1 and season 1, saying, we're going to build a really rich world, and once we built it, we're going to use it. Orville is interesting because, it started much more satirical, and season 1 is far funnier than season 2. And I remiss season 2 for dropping like 40% of its humour. That said, it went a lot more the TNG route, a lot more of the hardcore dramatic storytelling, character stuff, which is also great to watch. I just like the interesting humour that comes from telling the story from a slightly left of centre, as in, like, that's the straight fire way, but let's tell us, like Temple Anomaly humor, my fan film. And so when Orville went away from that, I was like, well, that's a bit sad. Hopefully season 3 finds a better mix. Lower Decks is the Futurama strong story, strong characters with a Rick and Morty animation style and quickness, but I think, as I said in our other review, it's more because it was the pilot, so many stories, and having 6 minutes of who is this new character, what is this ship, that'll all be part of the A story next week. So it's because it was cramming too much in, and yet it does it very well. Like, it's a well done balance, But that's the fast pace of episode 1 primarily. I think it's going to simmer down a lot when we get to later episodes. I mean, there's a scene when they're in the Argo just driving, and it's slow and peaceful. So it'll absolutely have that. Orville got less funny, more character-based. I think this is going to stay funnier. It didn't land, but it's more clever humour. It's situational. It's universe-based. Like, I didn't laugh when the door didn't open because of the comm badge, but it's like, oh, that's an interesting idea, and then it pays off at the end. So it's a more Futurama clever humour, and it's also not relying on the Rick and Morty style really stupid humour, except like pump his heart. But then the payoff is that she really enjoyed that because it was really interesting. So the episode is unlike Discovery and Picard, where you know they're rewriting on set, you know they're rewriting weeks beforehand, this show feels like it's in draft 10. Feels refined. Feels like Deadpool 1, that everything is refined. They knew what they were doing. Which I think also Futurama felt, and Rick and Morty to some extent feels, some of it's improv, but they're quite clever improv, So I think it's definitely, they're different. I think this will stay funnier than Orville, but obviously Orville, and now in Hulu, it can be an hour and 10 minutes, which is going to be more than 60 minutes. That's a lot of story, a lot of character time. We're not going to get the same really in-depth 5-minute monologue with characters, because that's a fourth of the episode. But I'm okay with that, because what we got was interesting, clever, and funny. So it's different, definitely different. It's not the same show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if you look with the character Mariner, her fact that her mom is a captain and her dad's an admiral, they've already got some interesting story threads woven in, and it's going to be really cool to see how those play out. And it's going to be very much Star Trek storytelling as far as character development goes, I think, but kept in that world of humor. And I think that's one of the things that Orville showed could be done really well. So whether this is going to follow the Orville formula and maybe focus more on, not focus more on story, but you can kind of take away some of the humor to kind of focus on story. I don't know if that's the case. I don't think it will be. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. But as of right now, with just the pilot, I'm excited to see more. I was really impressed with this. I kind of went in with expectations, and like I said, it made me smile a few times during it. I loved the references, and at the end I had a smile on my face and I felt good. And I haven't felt good watching Star Trek in quite a while, so this is definitely...
You were watching Star Trek. Real, legitimate, canon, feeling...
I feel like I did when I was watching Orville. Orville makes me feel good too at the end of the day. I mean, some episodes, are a little more dark, whatever. But overall, I had that good feeling back from Star Trek, and I think that I really appreciated that.
Yeah,
I don't think it was just the humor. I think it was also the attention to the world and the
Well, one thing that I was surprised is that the story is really a focus, and it's a Star Trek story, because it took their Second Contact, which is the entire premise of the show, in the exact Star Trek way. First Contact happened, great. They beam down, and we never see, First Team missed this parasite thing that's really obscure that happens. That's an extremely Star Trek thing to happen. That they were to have that, and then repercussions of it. And then the spoiler, the spider cow starts as a you think an antagonist evil creature, ends up being a really cute milking whatever. That's incredibly Star Trek through and through, and so you're left you get these fundamentals of positive Star Trek in this silly comedy, and if they keep doing that, then you'll walk away thinking that was good Star Trek. It was not the Star Trek you're used to, but that's okay. You either do like it or don't like it, but there's a lot to be gained from this.
It's not the Star Trek we wanted, but it's the Star Trek we deserve.
Yeah. By Star Trek fans, for Star Trek fans. And as I said in a previous episode, I have no inclination to go back and watch Discovery. And I watch Picard again. I'm not going to watch it a third time. I've seen it all. I will absolutely rewatch these episodes. I think people, those that are fans, are going to rewatch this on the streaming services, and they'll see the metrics of, wow, they watch this time and time again, because these are fun episodes.
And the good thing about that, too, the rewatchability of this, is that there's so much jammed in there humor-wise and reference-wise and Easter egg-wise in the background that you're going to notice different things each time you watch it. And I think it's going to just become more and more beloved over the course of its run.
I mean, the next time on, there's so many great things in that. It was a really great
season on,
it was really great, like absolute standout. So but I'm still really excited for Orville. I like the characters a lot. Well, that's another thing. This show made me like the characters from episode 1. Orville did too. Very well done. Picard and Discovery absolutely did not.
No.
Especially for Discovery. I mean, you're near the end of season 2 and you sort of like, you know what I mean?
Even Picard, you go in with a character you loved, and you see him and you're like, oh my god, what happened to you?
Yes, they hurt characters you love, for sure. Well, the best of Picard is his moments with Data, and those are both fictional, you know what I mean? They're both sidesteps where he's not feeling old. It's like, oh dear. Anyway, but different than Orville, satisfied different to Orville, and being in the Trek universe allows them to use it, and they're using it to great effect. So well done them. But Stuart, there is more to watch from Trekyards because there's a lot of little details, and we do want to explore them and talk about them here on Trekyards.
Yeah, you're going to have pretty much daily content from us, just little things about the episodes. They're going to be short little videos, so if you don't have a lot of time to watch our lives or our longer ones, by all means, check them out. It gets some lower decks Trekyard goodness in your life. But yeah, definitely come back and check out. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of that stuff. Be sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to comment down below what you guys thought about the humor compared to Orville. Let us know your thoughts, and just help out the channel by doing what you can to share it around and spread the Trekyards word.
And direct support is also great. But those lives, do join those lives, super chat, say hi, because then we get to comment, we get to reply to your comment, and all other ways too. Just join us again.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I am Captain
And
Foley.
I am Connor Holmes. Bye, guys.
See ya.